I've been in the animation game for quite a long time now. I've seen lots of people come and go, and I think I should reflect on this. I've got 3 signs here, plus a bonus, because I wanted 3 and get that prime number. 3 signs you will become a great animator. First one, this is probably a predictable one, but I'm gonna say it anyway. It's work ethic. Yeah, you're not gonna get very far without some of that old elbow grease. I would even say that work ethic is essential. Luckily, this is one of those things you can control. In many cases, you can affect how much effort you put into something. You can choose to go all in, put a little bit of effort in, do it on the side. You can choose to completely dedicate your life to it. It's up to you. This one is within your control, which I think is a very good thing, especially when it comes to saying no to certain things in order to make room for animation in your day, in your schedule. I think that's very important. Another thing I think is very important, which is kind of along the same lines as work ethic, is a stubborn determination to finish what you started. I have quite a few friends who are good animators. They have work ethic, but they don't have the determination to finish the same project. In other words, they kind of jump around different projects. They're making a lot of animation. You're just not seeing it because most of it is on their hard drive as works in progress. If there's nothing external, then you're not going to be a great animator in the eyes of others. You could be a great animator, but if it's all whips on your computer hard drive, who's going to know? Finish what you started. Even if you think halfway through a project, you know what, this is kind of weak, I could be making a better project right now, just finish it off. That's what I would advise. But let's move on to the next one. The second sign that you will become a great animator is if you're opinionated with what makes good animation. Now, I could be wrong about this one. This is just a bit of a theory. One thing I see with really, really good artists is that they're opinionated, which means there are certain animations and certain artworks that they love, that they're really, really passionate about. And there's other animations that they hate. And they're well studied in animation as well. So they don't have to know all animations, but they're aware of a variety of different animation styles, let's say. They have opinions on each of the styles. Because if you are opinionated with what makes good animation, it's likely that you're going to end up making animation that looks special.
I did an introduction to the Snowman film, and the Americans wanted somebody more important than me to do it, quite rightly, and they somehow got David Bowie to do it.
One winter I made a really big snowman. He got this scarf for me. You see, he was a real snowman.
Got it all wrong, of course. He got it terribly wrong.
Did he?
Hopeless. Didn't matter, we did it about 6 times. But it was fun meeting him. Wearing these wonderful glittering pink shoes. Never seen pink shoes before on a man. And he said, "Oh, I greatly admire your work." And I said, "God, wish I could say the same." But
You said that to him?
No, I muttered it.
Okay, so the third sign that you will become a great animator. You will become a really great animator if you are hyper observant. Okay. Observation, super important, guys. You're able to make specific observations about what makes a movement appealing or special or scary or dynamic. If you're able to break down what it is you're seeing just by looking at it, you're basically capturing the essence of that thing. You can apply that to your own animations. But if you're not able to observe it to the point where you're breaking down what it is you're seeing, how are you going to recreate it? You might think that being observant is not something that's teachable. I would disagree. I've made a mini course about my reference process, which is how you can figure out what to extract from that reference footage. And that's on animatorguild.com, along with my other courses on animation. If you're able to make specific observations about what makes a movement appealing, from there, you will be able to deconstruct it and reconstruct it in your own animations. If you're able to do that, the world is your oyster, and it won't be like plagiarism because you're only taking one aspect of the things you're observing. Like, it could just be the way that something moves, but then you apply it to a completely different character or effects animation, taking the basic elements of things. And that's creativity, right? So those are 3 signs that you will become a great animator. And now for a 4th is if you can turn any idea into a good idea. So this is different from being in possession of a good idea. I think you can develop this trait as well. It takes a lot of work, and I think there is a method to coming up with good ideas. I'm a big proponent of lateral thinking, which is deliberate creativity. There's a book called Lateral Thinking by Edward de Bono, and I highly recommend it. For people who want to get better at being creative, lateral thinking is like a toolbox for coming up with new ideas and filtering out bad ideas to leave the really good ideas. Leave a comment below which of the 4 you think you have potential in and which of the 4 you think you need to work on. And of course, I have comprehensive courses on animation from beginner to advanced on animatorguild.com that help to nurture these traits within you to help you on your way to becoming a great animator.